Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Waha, Racha, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone, who rule well. Peace and blessings, salutations to the hopefully elect of Israel. All right, this lesson I'm going to read quick through Psalm 78 and just go from there with the Spirit. This is going to be a real quick lesson. But I just want to get some lessons out. So this is Psalm 78 and 1. Maschil of Asaph. Salakia for any mispronunciations. Give ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old, which we have heard and known, and our fathers have told us. We will not hide them from their children, shewing to the generation to come the praises of Yahweh and his strength and his wonderful works that he hath done. Salakia. For he established a testimony in Jacob, and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to their children, that the generation to come might know them, even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children, that they might set their hope in Yahweh, and not forget the works of Yahweh, but keep his commandments, and might not be as their fathers, a stubborn and rebellious generation, a generation that set not their heart aright, and whose spirit was not steadfast with Yahweh. All right, so we've been woken up. So if you have children, or just even like a younger brother, or younger sister, or anything like that, you should be teaching them the truth. You should be, trying to teach people the truth in general, but especially if you got children, you should be, teaching them the truth, man, raising them up the right way, because that's a beautiful thing, a yapa thing that we didn't get to have for ourselves. Okay, so if you have children, you should be raising them up through the scriptures, how the scriptures tell you to do it. All right, and there's a lot of things that have happened in the scriptures, of Yahweh's mighty power that we ought to share with, our children and our younger, siblings and all that, whoever you may have, Really, you're supposed to, going on the highways and byways and pushing out YouTube videos, that's just teaching the truth. Our job is to wake up the elect. But I'm saying, if you have children, you should raise them through the scriptures. Don't just raise them how the world tells you to raise them. Raise them according to the scriptures. Make sure they, they're into the scriptures. That you're correcting them the way the scriptures tell you to correct them, and they're obeying the laws, man. Because at the end of the day, the reason why we don't know who we are is because we went off, and that was, part of the curses, that we'd forget our heritage. But it was always the parents' job to teach their children that they're Israelites and that they have to keep the laws and who Yahweh is, and etc. All right, so it's our job to do the same, being in this truth. All right, which I'm pretty sure I can get that in Jeremiah 17. I know it's in Jeremiah. I don't know if it's 17. 17 and 4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever. All right, so in the ancient world, the parents would teach their son or their daughter who they are, what tribe they're from, to keep the laws, what the laws are, the scriptures, because that's our heritage, man. And now that we're coming back to our heritage, you need to make sure that you're doing that. You need to make sure that your children are being built up. All right. They especially if they're very young and they haven't been polluted with the wickedness of this world, then you have to try, man. Get them while they're really young. Get them into this thing. I'm not saying this place is going to go on, much longer, but that's not the point. Okay. It's important to do that. Okay, it's very important to do that. But yeah, just get them on the right track, because that's a blessing, man, to be born into this truth. If your son is born and right off the jump, when he's a toddler, he's already knowing, that he's an Israelite, and once he grows up, you're teaching him Hebrew. He's going to be very built up, man. He's going to be way more built up than we were at that age, because when we were in the world, most likely at the age that your son would be. It's a important thing for us to do. Okay, if you have a younger sibling, even that's younger, you should try it. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to listen, because it's only for the elect, but I'm just saying, okay, it's important to make sure that we're raising our families according to the scriptures and just living according to the scriptures in general. Okay, because we're in captivity, and the reason we're in captivity is because of disobedience. All right, and it's not just like one lone person that sinned alone, and all of a sudden everybody is, getting judged for that. If we were all teaching our children and to keep the laws, and they actually did, then it wouldn't be like this, man. So it's important to teach your children and to make sure that your household is under the rules, of the scriptures, under Yahweh Shai's word. Now, if they don't want to, then that's on them. Okay, but the point is, at least try. Just like we try to wake people up, try to do that. If your woman wants to be rebellious or your children want to be rebellious, then they're going to be destroyed, in the near future. But still try. Okay, you're supposed to try. All right. Don't just sit there and act like, you like that ain't your responsibility to do. Like, oh, your children are just going to learn on their own. It's your job to teach them. All right, so that was just a quick lesson, because I wanted to bring that out, because it truly would be a blessing to be born in this truth and just be built up right from the jump, But it's a blessing to be in this truth at all, whether you're 8 years old or 13 years old or 80 years old or 95 years old, or 25 or whatever, But just want to bring that out. So with that said, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Waha, Racha, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well. Peace and blessing, salutations to the hopeful elect of Israel. All right, Shalom.